you want to start a t-shirt business, but you don't know how to set pricing? Hi, my name is Michelle Frost. I own an online retail brand and a brick and mortar screen print shop, and welcome back to my series, It's Easier Than You Think. On Mondays, I host a Zoom call for all the people that are in the VIP membership of my school community, and pricing was a big topic this week. So let's take a look at some numbers. Step one for setting pricing is just knowing what your cost is. These are the categories that I break every quote into: what my garment is, what my transfer is. If you're doing traditional screen printing, then this is going to be something like ink, what my labor, my press or opportunity time is, and what my admin cost is. So let's go through what each one of these would look like if we had a specific project to quote. So let's say we are going to use a Gildan 2000. We have an order of 25 shirts for one color, one location. So if we are going to use the Gildan 2000, and this currently costs $308 for us to get, I encourage you to then add a percentage onto this, because it took your time, your expertise to know about this garment, to source that garment and make the decision that that is the correct one for this particular company, whatever the project is. Making our actual garment cost $354. Let's assume you're using a heat press machine, you're going to use transfers, and if you get 25 transfers off of 613 originals today, then you can get that one color transfer for $115 each. Or you could look at it at the total of $28.75. I always recommend you add in whatever your shipping is going to be. On average, it's about $20 for me, so you're looking at about a total of $48.75. But what's the common theme here? Our time and our expertise is important, so we're going to do the same percentage here, making this $56.06. Divide that by our project quantity, giving us $224 each. Now let's talk about the labor that goes into the project. This would be what you would pay someone else to do, or what you would want to get paid for the project. So let's assume that you pay someone else $18 per hour. 18 per hour. But you also know that you can make 60 shirts per hour because you took the time to just learn what you're capable of. So what we're going to do is 18 divided by 60, and that gives us 30 cents per shirt. 60 was just an example. For full transparency, in my shop we do 50 cents per shirt. The next two, we keep it the same as labor. Press time is important because you want to be monitoring the wear and tear of your equipment, and then also the opportunity cost of a project that you weren't able to do because you were focused on this one. Admin, that is the time for you to sit and calculate everything that we are going through now, and the back and forth and the quoting and the email, everything that you do with your customers. Okay, so we figured out what our per shirt cost is per each of these categories. So now we're going to add them up, giving us our cost of $728 per shirt. To get your resale cost, you will then put a percentage onto that. So let's say 65 is usually what we start with if we know where they're going to be the end user. Us a difference of $473. So adding those two together, you get $12.01. This is what we will sell the shirt for. This is our take home per shirt. If you want, when you quote this out, you can say something like 25 shirts at $12.01 each for your customers, or you can multiply it out and give them their full total plus tax. However you want to present that information, that is totally up to you. Remember, there is no right or wrong way to go about this, but this is a good starting point to learn out what your costs are and then add a markup and then sell it for that markup. I hope this helps. Check out our school community if you're interested in getting some more help or some one-on-one mentorship.